I fight fake news with Kayode. No, will you talk? Kayode will let you talk if you let me. Kayode. That's why more and more Lagos tuning in. Half a million Lagos 700,000. 900,000. Million Lagos. That if you give me your two, I will give you hundreds.
Well done, Sandra, all to going beyond the headlines and focusing on the facts.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts. Hello, Lagos. Good afternoon. I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts. First hard fact of the day: Nigeria's monthly fuel consumption has reduced by 18.5 million liters. It's gone from 66.9 million liters before subsidy is gone to 48.4 million today. That's a 28% drop. It's more than a quarter. Some of that drop is because many Nigerians are now using less petrol than before. And some of it is because people who were smuggling petrol to our neighbors have stopped because it's no longer profitable. Now, for the smuggling, you have to wonder how much government money has gone into paying to subsidize all these ghost liters of petrol that don't end up being used by Nigerians. Millions of ghost liters. Then, for the legitimate drop in local consumption, it's a scary thought when you deep it, you know? It's a scary thought about today. How many generators are remaining off? How many cars have been parked? My car has been parked for a while. I was listening to your conversation with Sheriff this morning, and it was quite harrowing listening to you tell your stories. Second hard fact of the day: Bola Tinubu is the new chairperson of the ECOWAS Heads of Government Authority. It's a one-year role. It rotates among all the ECOWAS countries. Buhari was the chairperson in 2018, I believe, July 2018. You also had the same thing for Jonathan when he was president as well. It rotates among all the ECOWAS countries. The outgoing holder was Guinea-Bissau, which was why they hosted the ECOWAS summit last week that Tinubu attended. So a year from now, Nigeria will host the same summit, and the president will hand over to the next country in the rotation. Which brings me to our third hard fact. The president has been president for over 40 days. He has less than 18 days to nominate his ministers. Of course, you are seeing different reports on different news publications. So a list has been sent here, a list has been sent here. It sure hasn't gotten to the National Assembly. And until it gets to the National Assembly, we do not have nominees for the president's cabinet yet. We're keeping our eye on that story. And the reason we keep doing this countdown is because the president's spokesperson, said that any serious government will be able to do this in 1 month maximum. 1 million Lagosians cannot be wrong. Thanks for listening to Hard Facts. I've got a great show for you, starting with the big three. Let's talk about a federal high court ordering some past administrations to account for Abacha Loot that they received. Then let's talk about the reopening of Eko Bridge. Let's also talk about the Lagos state government cracking down on alcohol sales in motor parks and street hawking. And then let's talk about bank customers losing almost 500 million naira in 3 months to fraud. Today is Madam Landlord Day. We'll talk about what happens to our outstanding electricity bills when an old tenant moves out and a new one moves in. What happens to the outstanding bill? On the big hard fact, we'll talk about the responses from the APC to the EU's election observation missions report. As usual, we'll have news updates at the top of the hour every hour before I hand you over to the newsroom for the newsroom. I am Sandra Ezekwesili, Lagos. These are your hard facts.
The big weekend.
Has the federal government handled the closure and repair of Eko Bridge well? Is Abacha Loot special inflow with special reporting, or is it part of the budgetary process? What are the pros and cons of banning hawking versus regulating it? How can we better protect bank customers against fraud? It was a big weekend, Lagos. Let's talk. The Eko Bridge has finally reopened on Saturday. 15 months ago, they closed it for repairs after a fire damaged it. Governor Sanwo-Olu was there on Saturday morning for the reopening. If you used the Eko Bridge today or over the weekend, how was it? Because I've seen some videos that seem to show that there were still some potholes on one end at the entrance of Eko Bridge. One possible explanation is that they only fixed the fire damage without resurfacing the driveway. If that's the case, was that an acceptable outcome? Because, we closed that bridge for 15 months. Should the government have also taken time to overhaul the surface, make sure the bridge was completely motorable? That's, of course, if that video is accurate. Have you used the Eko Bridge since it was reopened on Saturday? Have you used it? How was it? We, of course, also don't want another fire under that bridge, which brings up the question of, well, how do we control trading and other activities under that bridge, under other bridges? We'll talk a bit more about street trading, street hawking in our next story, which is about the state government's plan to crack down on street trading and hawking. But for now, let's talk about Eko Bridge. Let's just talk about Eko Bridge. How do you feel about the reopening after 15 months? It's supposed to bring relief. It's supposed to be like this huge source of, I beg, let the traffic reduce small, because it connects mainland and island. It's one of the bridges that connects mainland and island. Have you used it since it reopened? How do you feel about its reopening? 15 months. If you've used it, was the 15 months it was closed worth it? The 15 months it was closed for, do you see the level of work that shows, okay, it reached to close for 15 months? What condition was the bridge in when you used it over the weekend? 0700-993-993 993 0700-993 993 01465 7190 01465 I've got WhatsApp as well. WhatsApp is 080 959 75805 99.3. Hello.
Hello?
Thanks for calling. What's your name?
Sandra Ezekwesili. My baby.
Hey, is that Chinenwa? My town crier.
If I call my name, you just women to
Where did you disappear to, Chinenwa? Where did you go?
I was trying the line with my Airtel line. It was going. Suddenly stopped going. I said, I've been trying, and I want to buy MTN line.
Oh, you bought MTN line for us? Oh my gosh, we feel so special. Chinenwa? Call me back, Chinenwa. 99.3.
Hey, I greet you, Sandra.
I greet you too. Welcome.
Yes. I saw the clips of the reopening over the weekend.
Okay.
But I've not
used it yet. Okay.
Because I don't want to be disappointed. In fact, some of us have been used to the Third Mainland Bridge and the other axis.
Yeah.
So that's where we have been passing through. It has been hectic for especially those here in Surrey.
Right.
It just seems as if we're on lockdown.
Right.
But I've not passed through it, so I don't know if those portals are there. But if after 15 months, the bridge is reopened, which is good, and those portals are still there, then it defeats the purpose. That means it just repair the fire incident. And talking about the fire incident, on this platform, Uncle Jimmy has been saying it. People should eat under the bridge. I don't know what the government is doing about it. If after 15 months, that bridge is reopened now, and people are still doing the activities under the bridges and other ones, and then anything happens, then what's the essence? We must make sure that people live under the bridges. It's a danger signal for us, for everybody. Anything can happen there. So the government should take this into consideration and evacuate those people under the bridge. There's enough reason for poverty, excuses to make poverty and the rest of this. We cannot endanger our lives because of poverty. We cannot. So the government should put it into consideration. And for the Abacha Loot you talked about, I think some of us have lost count. I remember when President Obasanjo came in the next, now the first thing he said was that once the loot has been recovered, the government to give account of how much has been recovered.
Right.
Up to now, we don't know what has happened. He continued from President Gerald, he continued from President Gerald. So it's just a whole recycle of, the same thing. I don't know. Nobody can give us the accurate amount that has been recovered from this man. Nobody. We keep seeing recovery. What has been done with it? How much has been recovered? So that's it. Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you very much for calling. Comrade Koboko is here.
Hello.
Comrade, welcome. Good afternoon.
It's Koboko, Professor Esquire.
I know, welcome.
I everybody support the banning of alcohol intake in motor parks. A driver drank Gogoro 2004 June. I was doing conductor. Elato showed you. In the course of it, we go like a custom. If you see the slap, I ran from Aswani to Oshodi. So I support their ban. But I don't support the hockey in the street. So we don't go check. We go check now. Yeah, concerning the Abacha Loot, 2007, they give us $1 trillion. 2020, another $1 trillion. Last year, November, $23 million. I don't see what they can do. I don't see what they say about they don't give us palliative. Eko Bridge that is 20 feet wide, that I've been shouting since I go them on the run to them, and go take. They don't take and do. I said, what they can do? Concerning motor, when you sit in the park, I'm riding my motor 3 days off, 3 days on. And many Nigerians have packed their cars. Is it supposed to be like that? No, is it supposed to be like that? You see this subsidy, make I tell you the truth. Now, increment of fuel, there is nothing like subsidy. Subsidy say, come. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks very much for calling. 99.3, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for calling. What's your name, sir?
Hi, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
On Sunday, I heard of the Eko Bridge opening, and intentionally I passed through that road.
Okay.
And with the level of work I saw on Eko Bridge, it shouldn't be closed more than 2 months.
Oh.
Yes. You know, when you're coming from Surulere, when you go to Akpogbon, when you're about to climb the bridge that leads you to CMS, I don't know if you know that road.
Yes, I do.
This bump there for a long time.
Right.
Those bumps are still there.
Oh.
And at the joint of the bridge, the way they do it, the way they create some bumps there, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay.
So that bridge, I don't think it doesn't worth closing for 15 months.
15 months. All right. Thank you very much for calling, sir. Chinonye is back on the line. Chinonye, welcome back.
Sandra. So I went to buy the line so that I can reach you guys.
Okay. We're
That's
glad.
what really happened. I missed you. I missed all my fans.
We missed you too, and we're glad that you're back. Welcome
But
back.
Sandra, before I proceed, I for like, may all my 1 million Lagosian fans make them JJJ. Sandra, make my fans make them J.
Midday day, okay.
Make them J. I don't want to talk. Then make your 2.5 Lagosian fans. I've made them gather. Make them gather so that they console me because of waiting. I don't shoot. That's how far. I did. I beg. All my fans are the diaspora. Tell them I don't want to talk to them again. Especially waiting Taya and Kehinde.
Okay.
Make us wait there to go Benin. Make us then gather. Make them begin to cook style for me. Sandra. Just do one cook style for me because of waiting my body they shake a bit.
Why your body they shake? What happened?
You don't think I don't tell me I talk to you now. You know they feel my conversation.
Oh, I dey feel you.
I do one cock style, make I know say I did.
Which cock style again? Which one be cock style now?
The one we betray Jesus now. We go cock now. We go make.
My name no be Simon Peter now. I know if you do it, Simon Peter do. My name is Sandra. No be Simon Peter.
Okay, make I just do one for you. Make it like that.
Do.
I don't show.
Okay.
Sandra.
Yeah.
Sandra, how far they do fuel matter now? Before I won't proceed, go your topic. How they do fuel matter?
I dey enter public transport now.
They don't buy fuel again for your journey.
No, I dey buy for my gym, but I no dey buy for my car.
How many liters they buy?
I dey buy 25 liters.
25 liters. So that I need to sing you, Dorime. You too much. You be done. No. I need to sing you. Dorime, mechanica, Doremus, Maximemus, Oya Doremus, it will be done. 25 liters. And I get on you. It's not like say, to get. So, although your name they call Sandra Ezekwesili, you should die. Today. Sandy Love. Sandy Love.
Yes.
I really missed you. I miss all my fans there.
We
because
missed
you. But maybe you're sleeping that for some day. Maybe they have to close their eyes because they don't miss me.
Okay.
Sandy Love. Sandra, let me tell you something. Concerning this your topic you brought out there.
Thank you.
You know, any road where our government cover. Where they cover says they won't do it. If they reopen and at the same hole now with the see. You see my conversation.
Okay.
So if you like, make them cover that. Maybe they open now. We go see find the alternative English has me.
Alternative route.
Oh,
Thank you. Make I talk to another person. Anthony is in VI. Hi, Anthony.
Hello.
Welcome. Talk to me.
Thank you. I'm not talking with Sandra.
Yes, you're talking to Sandra now.
All right. Concerning what we are talking on the radio now, I will say, concerning my Bongo Bridge or thereabouts.
Yes.
I passed this delivery early this morning.
Have you? Okay, you passed there.
There are bombs on that bridge. Climbing up after Congo.
Okay.
So, sorry for that 16 months or thereabouts. I didn't see anything regarding to that.
Okay.
You get me?
Okay.
Yes, because there is that blood galloping there that are stopping the motorists, honestly.
Okay.
So, and I believe they are still having a work to do there.
Okay.
Else that place will continue. Maybe it may even cause a kind of accident to people.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Anthony from VI, for calling. Francis is in VI as well. Hi, Francis.
Yes, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Talk to me, Francis.
Mrs. Sandra, talking about the opening of the Eko Bridge. 18 months.
15.
Ha. What do you even do for on that bridge?
Have you used it? Have you used it since they opened it? Have you used it?
Yes.
Okay.
What is it now? Why this our government so defective like this? The other day they used 6 billion to fix the Third Mainland Bridge.
So
it didn't even work.
Did you pass it? Have you passed the Bonbon Bridge since they opened it?
Bad potholes. That bad potholes. They just still let it open. Why are we living in lie like this now? It's quite unfortunate.
All right, thanks for calling, Francis. Now, a federal high court in Abuja has told the Tinubu administration to show how past administrations spent Abacha Loot that they received. The judgment came in a lawsuit brought by Serap Well, it came over the weekend because in 2020, Serap sent a Freedom of Information request to the Finance Ministry. That request was for information on Abacha Loot that was received by the Obasanjo, Yaradua, Jonathan, and Buhari administrations. So every admin in the Fourth Republic at the time, all of them received some Abacha Loot, and Serap wanted an account. This is why I really like and admire the work that Serap does. You know, all the time you're hearing Serap has taken this one to court. Serap has taken this one to court. What Serap is doing by taking all of these institutions to court is creating a precedent. You know what I'm saying? It's creating precedent, creating an antecedent, creating what's the word? A legal view of the issues that we all care about. That's what civil society does, you know. And so Serap doing a lot of work, you know, with all of these lawsuits. And now they have a federal high court ruling telling this administration, oh yeah, how did the previous administration spend these loots that they received? Because like I was saying, they kept, you know, trying to get information from the Ministry of Finance, the Finance Ministry, and the ministry never responded to Serap. So Serap went to court. And now the court has said that the ministry must comply. The court said, quote, the failure of Minister of Finance to write to Serap informing it of where the said information exists or to transfer the request to public office which has custody of such information is fatal to their case under Section 5 of the Freedom of Information Act. The ministry cannot use a blanket statement that it was not in possession of the said records of about $5 billion Abacha Loot sought by Serap. The government failed to provide details of the projects executed with the money. It also failed to provide locations of the projects and the names of companies and contractors that carried out or are carrying out the projects funded with the money, end quote. And so the court is now asking the government to do all of that. Court says that the government must do all of that. The court also said that the government needs to stop saying that groups like Serap don't have the standing to make such freedom of information requests or to go to court to enforce them. They said that Serap is a civil society organization speaking on behalf of citizens. So that's the judgment from the High Court. Will the Tinubu administration comply? We will wait and we will see. Do you agree with the court, though? 0700-993-993-993 014657190. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. Let me take a quick message from WhatsApp before we have to go on a break. This one here is from Comrade Iroko. Iroko is in Badagry. Iroko says, I used Eko Bridge very early this morning and it was nice to fly through. I really like hearing from Comrade Kubuko. All right, Iroko from Badagry. We'll take that break now. When we come back from this break, let's talk about this High Court ruling against the federal government.
Stay one step ahead with the latest news and trending conversations here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Don't tell people you've added weight. Why are you losing weight?
Yeah.
You eating. No, it's not your business.
That money, the pass is good. That finally.
We should be patient and pray to God that God is going to answer our prayer.
Please, this is not all about prayer. It's not like everything is not prayer. That is Nigerian mentality. It's not finding happiness in your own. You pray.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
That special secret that awakens taste for grace. Mouth-watering wonder with awesome aroma. Terra seasoning cubes.
Terra seasoning cube turns your meals into a masterpiece.
Unwrap joy, unleash taste. Hey, come cook with Terra cubes. Come cook with Terra. When you're getting stressed and you need to relax, take Supramalt Plus. When your appetite is gone and you need to get it back, take Supramalt Plus. Supramalt Plus, multivitamin to take every day. Supramalt Plus.
Also available as Supramalt capsules for energy and vitality. Get yours today in a pharmacy near you. Supramalt, your reliable multivitamin.
Sincerely, I don't want to wait till I graduate from this school before I think of what to do with my life.
Exactly. I am going to seriously work on my music skills. Let me use my talent well, I beg.
I would like to be a radio presenter, but I don't know how to go about it.
But why is Timmy so quiet today?
Sorry, ladies. I'm taking this interesting course on how to become a professional scriptwriter. You too can also learn how to become a radio presenter on Wazobia Academy.
Wazobia Academy?
Yes, Wazobia Academy provides accessible and affordable online training in filmmaking, music business, fashion, radio hosting, and lots more. You also stand a chance to be selected for internship in leading production companies, radio stations, music, and fashion studios for hands-on experience. It's easy. Simply log on to www.wazobiaacademy.com or call 0908-826-5038 for more details.
Wazobia Academy. Learn and lead.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
What do you think of the judgment from the High Court? Do you agree with the court? Do you think the Tinubu administration will comply? 0700-993-993-993. If you just tuned in, I told you before the break that a federal high court in Abuja has told the Tinubu admin to show how past administrations spent the Abacha Loot that they received. So, the Serap in their lawsuit asked the government to provide details of the projects executed with the money that has been received so far, provide locations of the projects, names of the companies and contractors that carried out the project or are carrying out projects with the money. Also, that the government should state categorically where exactly Serap can get that information from, because you have the Ministry of Finance saying things like, you don't have the standing to request this information from us as a ministry. And the court said to the government, well, Serap is a civil society organization. They are acting on behalf of citizens. 070-0993-993-993, 01465 7190. WhatsApp is 080-959-75825. Hello, thanks for calling us.
Good day, my sister Sandra. This is Obi calling from Ikeja.
Welcome, Obi from Ikeja. Talk to me.
Yeah. I appreciate what Serap is doing, but the issue here that a lot of cases have been delivered on their behalf, So, but what happened to those ones, It's not just winning cases. I don't know whether the government is adhering to whatever they have been requesting, Anyway, I pray that this will don't go for step execution as usual. Let's wait and see. Thank you very much.
Let's wait and see. Well, I mean, that's the beautiful thing about new administrations, right? So we'll see what kind of administration the Tinubu one will be. Is the Tinubu administration the kind that will pay attention to orders from the court, obey rulings from the court, or is that one more thing that the Buhari administration did quite a bit that this current administration will continue, ignoring court orders? We'll see. We don't know yet. We'll see. 99.3, hello. Sorry about that. Give me a call back if you can. 99.3, hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. How are you, sir?
How are you doing?
I'm very well. What's your name?
My name is Ekundayo. I'm calling you from Ikorodu.
Welcome, Ekundayo. Talk to me.
Yeah, this issue of accountability in terms of this Abacha Loot. You see, in Nigeria, the issue of poverty that we have is self-inflicted. Now, this type of report or information of it is supposed to be given without any hindrance. Remember that we have other monies abroad that these politicians have stolen. Now, if you are transparent about this, the foreign powers holding these monies, the money in foreign lands, they will be more amenable to return those monies to us. So I don't think that it is right for any government at all to withhold information. After all, the money, the Abacha Loot is Nigerian money. So there should be no hindrance at all. If we have a transparent government in Nigeria, and we need to be. These are the little things that the Europeans that they look at, and that's why they don't have respect for Nigeria. It's the type of leadership that we have. Imagine what the former minister said. I don't like her for anything because she contributed to the economic doldrum that we are in now. You just said that she said she doesn't have the information that Serap was looking for.
Right.
What type of excuse is that? The money does not belong to her. It belongs to Nigeria. So these are the things. I will advise the Tinubu government to chart a different route from past governments. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Ekundayo, for calling. Solomon is here. Hi, Solomon.
Yeah, this is Solomon.
Welcome, Solomon.
Calling from Yano School.
Talk to me.
Sandra.
Sir.
I thank you. I've been trying many years to reach you people. I thank God this is my first calling, but I know they go anywhere. Una go keep me for half. Now ready at the work. I don't get another work.
Oh, welcome. We're glad to have you.
Yeah. Thank you, mate.
We're very well. Thank you, sir.
All right. About what we are saying, waiting don't lost. In Nigeria today, you see what we are saying about recovery money. Nothing, you can't hear anything from the government. You can't hear anything. That money when don't go from Abacha, it don't go. If they shit, you know they smell again. Nigeria don't finish. We dey hungry, we dey suffer. Government does not care for anybody. The covering route, waiting them loss, it don't finish. Nigeria is in pain. Everybody in Nigeria, make them come out and cry to government. All these things we are passing is too much. The problem is too much for Nigeria. I'm calling man, woman, there, everybody, come and shout. Because when you think prayer, you think everything is okay. I have an opportunity now to speak. Market woman, workers, come out and cry. Make government hear you. Come out, cry 7 days so they can hear you. God bless everybody in Jesus' name.
All right. Thank you very much for calling, Solomon. Joy is here. Hi, Joy.
Market woman is here.
Market woman, welcome.
Market woman. Oh, Sandra, how was your weekend now?
My weekend was fine.
How is your family? We thank God. You see, my father don't want make I talk.
He won't talk his own too now. He won't talk his own too now. No, only you sabi talk.
Because this wahala dey reach where e dey. You know as he dey chop anyhow before. Now that's what more dey chop. We don't cut the ration for her. You know they eat anyhow again. So that is why they try to tell you. They eat too. Everything don't reach where e dey. My sister, you see this money. I don't believe say it don't lost so.
Okay.
The way they always talk her.
Okay.
He deal with the people where he deal with. You don't say this one now, nothing will come out, but something will come out in future. Those who will collect our money. I don't lose hope for this country because I love my country so well.
Okay.
And I know that there will be somebody that will rule this country well. And they will rule this country. I get that hope very well. So that person will task all. You say from Jonathan, I be from that our papa, Obasanjo. They don't they pay all this money consist. So they don't feel account for it. The one where there too don't collect everything. We will collect everything. Never lost. So anybody will believe say don't lost, he don't lost. They are going to take it back.
All right, Joy. Thank you very much for calling. We've got Fortune in Ikorodu on the line. Fortune, welcome. All right, Fortune is not there anymore. Now, task force is cracking down on street hawkers and people selling alcohol in markets. Task force is, of course, the street name for the Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps. The agency's co-marshal is Gbemisola Akinpelu, and yesterday she put out a statement saying that she was going after street trading on roadsides, pedestrian bridges, setbacks, medians, and hawking on major highways, end quote. She said that these are all against the Lagos State environmental law and that her agency will enforce the law to the letter. Under the law, the agency can seize the items being sold in these places. If the items are perishable, the agency can give them to orphanages. If they're not perishable, they can get a court order to auction them. So let's even start with that. What do you think about these provisions? Because they remind me of the situation with the state government auctioning cars because of traffic violations. Do you remember that? We had that debate here, and Lagos was split on whether the punishment made sense. Eventually, right before the elections, Governor Sanwo-Olu called for a more humane approach, which is very interesting. But beyond the punishment, what do you think about the move against street hawking and street trading itself? Is the law a good law? Should the law be changed? You have those who say that trading is dangerous. They point to robbers who disguise as hawkers, or the Eko Bridge fire that was caused by traders. They also point to traffic accidents or the way that some street traders disrupt traffic. But you also have those who say that these are all side effects that can be controlled. If the government simply regulated street trading better, it can be controlled. They point to places like Hong Kong, where street traders and hawkers have registration numbers and have uniforms, and where the government sets the rules, for how they can operate, right? But is that something that can work here? Could that work here? Akipelu also said that Lagos will eradicate the sale of alcohol in motor parks to curb drunk driving as well as unruly behavior. What are your thoughts on that? 0700-993-993-993. Should the goods of people who are caught hawking be confiscated and auctioned? Or is there a different way? 01465-7190-0700-993-993-993. And yes, you can talk about our first two stories. I told you about the judgment from a federal high court. I also told you about the reopening of Eko Bridge or Akbongbon Bridge. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, Lady Sandra.
Good to have you on the show, sir.
How are you today?
I'm very well. Welcome.
My name is Prince Y.S. calling you from Amor.
Good to have you on the show, sir. Welcome. Talk to me.
The bishop by the government, in fact, a lot of people are very, very happy about it.
Prince YS, your connection is not very clear.
Is it cracking?
Yes, it's cracking.
Can you, I'm taking my position. Is it okay now?
Yes, it's better now.
You see, the money from Babo Pastor Jordan to Muhammadu Buhari, the money of Abacha. The money, those who, how much they collect, all those finance ministers then, the central bank then, they must know the amount. They must return Nigeria how they spend the money. Because they should remember, the amount they are talking about now is no more. After he had the clearing from the people, from we in Nigeria, as we are talking bad of him, it's going to pay the penalty before Almighty. Because there is servant, politicians, what your salary is being paid, your allowance is being paid, don't need to touch our commonwealth. So those who are there today, they must give account and they spend the money. Finally, for the last one you said about, can you remind me, Sandra?
The last one I just talked about with banning alcohol sale in motor parks.
You know, Lagos State, they lack it's too loud, fantastic law. But implementation is the key. They make law, but implementation, I'm telling you, I can say it's just 10%. This is what they say now. Very soon, because the government will tell you when they make a law, don't worry, after 2 months, 3 months, everything will be fishing out. And it's true. Listen now, those people saying on the road, they need the moderation. In the car park, what should be saying all this thing, they don't see. But this one that says something now, I'm telling you, at the end of the day, give out every month, everything fishing out. And that's the problem of Lagos State. I want them to make a law, the governor to call the authority to implement it, to enforce the law. Tell them, sit down. I'm giving this law out. Are you ready to implement it for me? If you mandate to do the work for you. And that's supposed to be, Sandra. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Prince YS. We've got Mr. Steve in Ikeja. Hi, Mr. Steve. Mr. Steve, hi.
Yes, Sandra, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Yes. The the judgment they got is a very important judgment to Nigeria.
Yeah.
And I feel that people should support and follow up because every money has a history. And I believe that if the past governments are pushed around to bring out the money or make an account, they will make an account. This is democracy. And that is why they don't want certain people to come to power so that people cannot open up and correct the use of this country, which they have been doing. That's just for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr.
Steve.
Steve. I'm glad you called us today. Thank you very much for calling. Bank customers lost 472 million naira to fraud in the first 3 months of this year. Are you one of them? We found this out from the latest FITC report that dropped this weekend. FITC is a non-profit organization owned by the banks, the central bank, and other financial players. They set it up to monitor the state of the financial sector and financial inclusion. And this report breaks down the level of fraud category by category. So mobile fraud accounts for 34.07% of money lost at 161 million naira. The next one is computer and web fraud, accounting for 27.69% at 130 million naira. Then fraudulent withdrawals at 24.72% for 116 million naira. That's how much Nigerians lost to those three types of fraud between January and March of this year. Are you one of them? One of those types of fraud, were you a victim? Do you know anyone who was a victim of one of those types of fraud? This is also a good time to remind you of some of the best practice to keep your money safe. Number one, don't share your PIN with anybody, not even your children. Don't share your PIN. Because remember that your bank will not contact you over the phone to ask you for your PIN. Bank will not do that, never. Bank will not ask you over the phone for your PIN. Bank will not ask you over the phone for your BVN. Bank will not ask you to press a particular number or enter a particular code. Bank will not do that. So first things first, don't share your PIN, don't share your BVN, and always check your alerts. Once you see an alert that you don't recognize, contact your bank. Have you had a brush with bank fraud this year? 0700-993-993 993 01465 7190 99.3. Hello.
Hello, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
My name is Ben. I'm calling from Eba.
Welcome, Ben, from Eba.
How was your weekend?
It was fine. How was yours?
Fine, thank God. You are doing my job.
Thank you.
Sandra, during the Obasanjo administration, my father was just a pensioner then.
Okay.
When he was alive, Obasanjo shared money to pensioners all over the country. They received money in their account. My father received a very huge amount of money then.
Okay.
Abacha Loot. It was Abacha Loot.
Okay.
So I'm not defending Obasanjo, but at least I know that he did something. But during Buhari administration, now everything was fake, false, scam. You are fine, the forest of the poor, scam. Trader money, scam. Everything false, fake. Nobody received any help. Everything they said they would do with that money. They will tell you about Lagos, about the express. They will tell you Kaduna, Abuja Road. Everything fake. So sometimes look at what this governor is doing now. This governor is actually sanitizing Lagos. It's Aburo among the plan of Lagos. Aburo pursuing motor. Why can't you solve every problem? Why is these people exonerated? And look at the amount of people are buying fuel. Aburo is still, some vehicles, commercial vehicles are paying 10,000, 8,000, 6,000. Even keke, in some areas they are paying 6,000, 5,000 only every day just to work. Other states, because the government doesn't hear what other governors do in other states. Banning alcohol is good, though. Banning street trading is better. Let it do everything once and for all.
All right, do everything once and for all. I will say, however, that it may not be accurate to say that things like trader money and anchor borrowers were scam or fake, because there are people who claim that they've received money from these policies or these schemes from the government. TT is in VI. Hi, TT.
Hi, Sandra. Good afternoon. I'm so glad I could get to you.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah. I happen to be a victim of the bank fraud of a thing.
I'm sorry.
Mine happened a month ago.
Okay.
In short, that was my new month package, June 1st.
Oh, no.
I went to bed a day before with my account intact, and I woke up the next day to 4.5 million naira gone from my account.
God. Oh, my God.
Yes. And I wrote the bank. Did everything. All the bank did was I wrote the bank, and I mean the bank, after their investigation, I saying something about my number, my app. And I remember when I went to the bank to report in the morning, when the customer service checked, they told me the app was logged in that morning with an iPhone. I don't use an iPhone.
Okay.
I don't use an iPhone, but I was told that my account was the app was logged in with an iPhone. Till date, the bank can't explain to me how 4.5 million naira got missing from my account.
Oh my goodness.
And I saw the debit alert. The 3 debit alerts, sent messages to the bank, did everything. In short, I'm still on it. But still, UBA can't explain to me what happened to my money.
Oh my, I don't even know what to say. How are you? 4.5 million. How are you?
Sandra, it took me the grace of God to come out from the shock of 4.5 million naira gone in my account with the economy. And this money happens to be, it's not my money.
Oh, God.
The money is not mine. The money was just paid into my account. The money wasn't mine. The money was just paid into my account. You know when so much expectation comes for money.
Yeah.
And the money and the money was paid into my account for me to disburse.
Oh.
And the money was gone.
Oh. What did my brain is freezing. What is UBA saying?
All they told me was that the app was logged in June 2022, and I'm like, you are giving me my phone number back. Then an OTP was sent to me, and I had to reply the person who sent me the message saying that this is an app I've been using before 2022. If you check the number you're sending to me, that's the registered phone number on the account, and I'm very educated not to give my phone to anyone. I keep myself. No one has my app. Is that bad that I'm married? Yes, my husband believes that everything of you is yours. He believes in he respects your privacy and all that. And so I don't have children who would take my card or who they will send a number, play with my phone or anything. No, I just live with my husband in my house. It was a shock for me when I saw this debit alert. I ran to the bank like a mad woman to complain. All they could tell me was, my whole day, calm down. I even went to the head office. I was sent away from the head office. But then,
have they told you where the money was sent to? Do they not have an idea where the money was sent to?
Sandra, I saw the debit alert. The money was sent to one OPay account, Money Point account, and that was what they told. That was all the bank could tell me. The bank just gave me the names and the account numbers, the account numbers the money went to. That was all the bank could do for me. That was all. And this is a bank where I trust. I believe I trust them with my information and everything. But what do I get? 4.5 million naira gone. I even had to freeze the account because it's of no use to me. Till date, Sandra, nothing. I've sent several mails to the bank, even to their head office, went as far as to social media. I don't have a Twitter account. I was supposed to download a Twitter account because a friend told me go through Twitter and all that. I did all that, Sandra, till date. It's a month now. UBA can't explain to me what happened to 4.5 million naira from my account. Nothing. I'm just living by the grace of the Almighty.
My God, I don't even know what to say. I am so sorry. Did you loop in the CBN? Because you can also loop in the CBN into your complaints.
I wish, because I think I sent a mail to this consumer protection something.
Yes.
I sent a mail, sent in the reference number I was given, and they gave me a form to fill, which I did. I sent it, but I haven't heard anything. It just makes me feel bad because probably if I was one of these politicians, or maybe I knew, who is who in Nigeria, maybe they would have done something. But it's so sad because I believe I'm not the only one going through this. There are other people who are going through it silently, but because they don't have who to help and who to talk to and all that, they just keep quiet. And I'm speaking for myself. I don't know how I coped. It took me the grace of God to cope. But then I know there are other people out there who must have lost their lives, or even whom it has taken them to that 0 point. Even when I get to the office, my colleague will even ask, Atiti, how far with this your money thing? I'll be like, my dear, I'm still on it. I'm just hoping. I'm praying. I don't have to tell myself that, okay, I don't know what today give up, because I had to pray that I don't want this thing to affect me health-wise. Please, I don't want it to affect me health-wise. I was just praying because, who lost 4.5 million naira just like that? Now that we know what Nigeria is saying, I had to call my siblings who owns the money. I had to explain to them. Thank goodness for trust, that they know that, okay, yes, this is what they understand. They know that I'm not that kind of person that will just fabricate stories and all that.
I'm really sorry that is your soul business. I know what to say. All that she's supposed to do. Stay secret.
Listening for one talk. 99.3 Nigeria FM. Talk.
Exhibitions, exhibitors for our IFITs, from 26 to the 20 learn and questions in show for the one was agreement include ferment metal treatment the actors on the enterprise in and financial institutions not free and given to top hospital districts okay tests and conferences free also fans free cost cancers every night it was in a city line at the airport some positions free for exhibits of 339-283-3902 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Lagos, what can one do when something like what has happened to Titi happens to them? Because what I know that you can do, she has done. She's gone to the bank, she's drawn their attention to it. She's written an email to the consumer protection arm of the CBN, because that's what I was asking her about. I was asking if she had written to the CBN, because if your bank cannot explain certain things about your money, you can write to the Consumer Protection Department of the CBN. You send an email to cpd@cbn.gov.ng. Or contact CBN at cbn.gov.ng, or you can also give them a call as well. I don't understand. For those of you who are in banking, could you give us a tip here? What is one supposed to do when something like this happens to them? To just wake up one morning and 4.5 million naira will just disappear from your account. My brain is twisting a bit. What does one do? If this happens to one, what can one do? Because she says that the bank gave her the accounts that the money was sent to, the bank, the names of the platforms that the money was sent to, OP and Money Point. But that's the most that the bank did for them. Should the banks do more when these things happen? I'm uncomfortable with the idea that the money is just gone. Is the money just gone? Is it just gone? What can one do if something like this happens? Because what can one do? 0700-993-993-993 01465-7190. Let me bring you business news and then you'll tell me, what can one do?
It's 4 o'clock.